Well, just can't really seem to get away from it out here. Oh, we are probably about 100 miles away from Texarkana, the Hillshire. Sorry, I gotta go in the rumble strips. Hillshire farm truck jackknifed. I really didn't think the roads were that bad here, but it's so hard to tell once it's dark what's black ice and what's just a wet road. Well, after being delayed by about 7 hours, finally hit Texarkana here at the Flying J. I'm actually just pulled in here to get a shower. Get a little farther I want to get tonight. Weather has, knock on wood, finally broken, and it's like you could see the amount of ice we got today. My truck's going off trying to pair to my, but I heard some bang. Oh, standing in a freaking puddle. I heard some banging around when I pulled in here, so I wanted to check everything. I think it might have been my ramps. So yeah, we're going to grab a shower here while we can, so that means we can pretty much park anywhere and continue on while the weather's still good. It's cold here. I think it's like 33 degrees, but you can really tell that the my phone's picking up again. You can really tell that that it's warming up some. Less and less ice build up on the vehicles. Traffic's moving a little faster. That's about all we got left on the front of this thing. I mean, we were in it today. I was actually kind of worried. That's why I pulled over in that last video. Took about a 2-hour nap. Where I took my nap is I could actually see the highway. So at that speedway, checking to see if my shower's ready yet. At that speedway, I could pop out, look out the front window and see if the highway was open. And after about an hour and a half, I got up, I looked, still moving pretty slow. Traffic was kind of heavy. And then like within like another half hour, went in, used the restroom, kind of messed around, got a drink, and looked out, and the highway was moving pretty good. So gonna hang out here, wait for our shower, and see how far we get tonight. Well, about 11 o'clock Central Time is about as far as we're gonna make it here at this TA Express, and 100 miles outside of Dallas, I think. It started to get cold again. Started to gain a lot more, like, that's frozen solid. Started to gain a lot more ice. This place is absolutely packed. I got tucked in this little, like, see these car spots here? I'm gonna back up a little more, but take a look at the ice on these bushes. I got a little room to back up. Must have just put these poles in. I'm gonna come back a little bit. But I wanted to make it farther, but things started to ice up again, and I hit, and the whole front end's frozen in. Hold on, look at this bush. Look at this thing. How thick the ice is on that bush. It's crazy, man. I never dealt with ice like this. I don't think they've dealt with ice like this since, I mean, what'd they have? Texas had that bad ice storm a couple years ago, or was it last year? I don't know. Where like everything was shut down for a whole week. But so we're gonna just we're gonna call it a night here. What I was saying was I was hitting some bridge joists or some bridges, and you know you always see the signs that are like bridge may freeze before road, and you're like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. Cold air underneath, cools the bridge down, freezes over faster. I hit one bridge and almost lost it. It was close. Like, I just let off and kind of like made slow movements, and thankfully there was like nobody else around me, but I was like, wow, that was scary. So the next one I hit did the same thing, and that was like 3-4 miles back, where I said I'm calling it a night. I'm not. What I'm hoping is, even though it's 27 degrees out right now, what I'm hoping is that with no more precipitation, everything should dry out. A lot of salt on the roads and a little bit of wind tonight. Hopefully everything dries out and we can hit it early tomorrow morning and make our delivery tomorrow. We still got 544 miles to make our delivery. I'll try to get a hold of them early tomorrow morning, see what time they're there too. This is like a it's not the job site, it's just a holding lot. So getting somebody over there, if they don't have people full time there, maybe a little bit of a process, but as long as I get dropped off tomorrow, I'm in good shape. So probably going to be about 7 hours or so behind schedule, which all things considered isn't bad at all. Let's just knock on wood. Got some fake wood over here. Let's knock on that. All things considered, we should be a-okay for tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is get some rest and see you guys in the morning. Well, you'll never guess it. It's the next morning and we're sitting in traffic. See this left lane? You can't see it. What am I doing? So I was right about the road being dry. Now you can see here in front of us. See how the middle's wet, ice. Tire, where the tire track would be, dry. Don't you dare get off that. That's an ice rink. Oh, got a couple hours to spare today. Only about 2 to hopefully make drop-off time. I'm gonna try to get a hold of the guy here. I was told 3:30 originally, but we'll see if maybe it's a 24-hour crew. I don't know. Meeting these deadlines when there's nothing I can do about it stresses me out. But then again, what did I just say? There's nothing I can do about it. Welcome to the skating rink. It'll be a long day trying to get through Dallas. Give her a yank, bud. They're just trying to get the highway clear. Got people spun out in the ditch. She's got a winch line hooked up to this truck. I was hoping maybe he's telling me to go by now. I was gonna give him room. I'm going, dude. Chill the fuck out. Excuse my language there. It's been a long morning. Routing us off the interstate here. But it looks like we're getting back on. I don't know if probably on this overpass here, like I was explaining last night, how bad the roads were on the overpasses. Assuming someone might have lost it there. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Yeah, this is Jason. Oh yeah, I did call. Yeah. Just trying to see if you can get a salt truck or 100 of them out here, and maybe someone that knows how to drive in the snow and ice. They're not coming. Okay, great. Great, well, it was great talking to you. Have a nice day. Help's not coming, guys. There is no help. There is no hope. But we're staying positive. Because what else is there to do, really?
So I was raised a little tiny bit more.
Man, what an entertaining trip this has been. I'll clean you guys off there. This guy's chained up. I don't think they're even spread. I don't think it's salt they're spreading. Man, he's got chains on the truck and the trailer. That guy's not messing around. I don't even think they're spreading salt. I'm pretty sure it's just like grit because it's not melting anything. It's actually starting to rain, which truck says 26 degrees, but I think it's a little warmer than that because it's not even freezing on the windshield or anything as we're sitting here. But we've moved. We've been up since 4:30 this morning. It is now 10:15. We've moved a total of 48 miles. Like 37 of those were within the first hour. Like we were moving 75 miles an hour, and all of a sudden, just dead stop traffic. This guy's, and he's got Texas license plates. I'm pretty impressed with him having chains on the truck and the trailer. I'm gonna probably, at this point, I'm probably just gonna find somewhere to hunker down for the rest of the day. Maybe take off later tonight. I don't know. But it's just not worth sitting here. I'm just sitting here in the seat. I could be, in a hotel room, or I might get a room. So all the truck stops are full. All the turn-offs are full. Like, people just left their truck on the side of the road, which is a part of the problem with traffic because you got to find a way to maneuver around them. And that's why that guy was so close to me, because the truck was just parked on the shoulder. Bad thing about this is people are trying to pass, like this guy here. But the road is so sloped for runoff, that as soon as you hit the brakes, you start sliding towards the passenger side. So to be safe, you're at the shoulder. The shoulder should stop you because there's a bunch of snow and ice built up there, like a wall. But if you're in the left lane, you're sliding right into somebody. So I just got done going live, but now they got road graders out here scraping ice off the road. It actually seems to be doing a decent job. Eastbound's looking a lot better. Westbound, where I am, has not been touched at all. Putting sand down behind him. But these guys are disgusted with their lack of resources. What I would give to be moving 30 miles an hour. And after 8 hours of sitting, waiting, barely moving, we have finally been able to reach the speed limit. Well, I think we picked up quite a bit of ice here. Lost a magnet. Got one magnet left. It's on the heater over there. Don't really have a choice. It was on this door at one point. How thick that is. That's my winch cable there. It's gonna be a fun one to unstrap. Might just have to get my torch out or cut all the straps. I'd hate to do that, but really ain't worth it if it's gonna be a hassle. Roads aren't all that bad. It's starting to sleep pretty good right now, but just doing a quick load check, cleaning my mirrors and stuff off because I can barely see out of them. And we're gonna continue down the road as far as we can get today. Ty, Texas. Happy to be here, really happy to be here. Take a look at the trailer. This is gonna be fun to unstrap. Should probably gonna get my hammer out now and start beating on these. It's a little warmer here, but take a look at this. The reason I stopped is A, for fuel, a shower, and notice the fans start kicking on in the truck, which the fan really don't run unless we're pulling a mountain in this thing. Well, the front is all stopped up with ice, so we're idling it here. I'm pulling off what I can. Pulling off what I can so we can get some airflow back in there. But like I said, it's no weather here and it's warming up some, so should be out of the ice for now. Got 249 miles to deliver. We're gonna deliver at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So doing a little spring cleaning here. That's an inch thick ice. These two I don't have to undo, but I came through and beat all the ratchets off because stuff is melting off. Might be a couple degrees above freezing here, but that should give me enough to at least get them undone tomorrow, or I'll maybe have to beat them off again by the time we stop tonight. But beat off a little bit of that. That's solid as a rock, but I wanted to be able to get my box open, let that thaw out a little bit. But she's a little icy. She's doing good for just an old two-wheel drive truck. Well, getting checked in. You can see the sheer size of this place. Apparently we got to go back that way, get unloaded. Just waiting on my safety sheet and figure out where this stuff actually goes. It goes here, but where they want it. I guess they base it out on each job, and this is just a holding yard for materials for other jobs in this area. Well, after trekking through the snow and ice, we have made it to our delivery. Fort Stockton, Texas. Exit 229. It's like 28 miles outside of Fort Stockton. Thankfully, these guys made a, on Google Maps, they added this place so people could find it. So I take a right here. This is the Solstice Power Station, but they have a yard where they accept material outside of here. Just booked a reload to head home. I gotta see where it's coming out of. Oh, this thing's not even COD. Oh well. Oh well. Booked a vehicle coming back out of Dallas, and it goes like 10 miles from my house, which is nice. So he said there should be office trailers, which there is, right here. I'm going to stop, get out of my truck right here, put my PPE on, and proceed in. episode of Adventures with Jason. See this lovely weather. A little bit of ice like that back home, everything's fine. A little bit of ice like that in Texas, the world stops. You guys have seen that through this entire trip. Well, I just stopped to get fuel because I had about half a tank. Actually, I had a little more than half a tank. I was like, I'll stop and get fuel. Obviously, I don't want to push it that far.
Truck is rigged up, but it's going to be the second item we pick up.
Man, come on.
The trailer.
Come on, Heavy D. So, I stopped to get fuel, and they don't have any power, so their pumps don't work. Nearest town's 60 miles away that has fuel. So, wish me luck. The only kind of saving grace is, I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere. The only kind of saving grace would be that a lot of people have transfer tanks out here. Obviously, just have to be, if someone would come across me, stopped on the side of the road. Now I got about 15 miles left. I think I'm gonna make it. You guys know how this truck, the fuel gauge doesn't work as well as it should. But about 15 miles away, which should be getting over 10 miles to gallon, so really only need a gallon and a half in the tank left to get me there. I just hope and pray that they have enough power. They have power to be able to get diesel, but I tried to stop and do the right thing, and look what happens. Well, welcome to Ozona. Barely made it, I'd say. Once it gets below a quarter of a tank, just hope and pray. But I see, finally, a fuel station up here on the right. Oh, Mannheim, Dallas. You're guaranteed to find some goofy shit. Somebody's show truck.